I'm going to be flat out honest with you. I have avoided this question for so long because welcome back to the Ask Emil Fit Show. Hey, I'm Matt from Matt Lean Fitness. If you're new here, it's exactly what it friggin' looks like. You ask your fitness questions and I answer them. I love this stuff. I'm a nerd for it. I want to dive into it. I hope that you'll get some value. I hope you'll drop your question down below. Let's do it. Here we go. First question comes in from a video that I did, simply explained the 2 ways to fat loss. And if you don't know what that is, ultimately, you got this calorie maintenance thing, okay? If you eat at your calorie maintenance, you're going to maintain your weight. You're going to maintain the fat levels you have. If you burn more calories through activity, you're going to start to drop fat. If you eat less calories than that maintenance there, eat in a calorie deficit, you're going to drop fat. Energy balance is the way that you achieve fat loss. That's ultimately what I was saying in this video. Joyful Spirit, who is a kind soul and a legit joyful spirit. She was a client of mine at once, and she's been a longtime supporter of this channel. Anyway, she says, but for the most part, you can't really outburn the calories you eat, right? If I am only eating McDonald's, I doubt that I could do enough exercise to burn that many calories. And I think that really depends on your lifestyle. Like, how active are you? There's so many things that go into that of, are you going to burn enough calories? But I do want to extend an olive branch here to you, Joyful, that there was a study from the New England Journal of Medicine that showed the discrepancy between self-reported and actual calorie intake, and then also overestimation of how many calories burned through exercise. Now, this was done in obese subjects. Group 1 was 9 women and 1 man, and they had a history of non-compliance with exercise. And there's another group that was made up of subgroups, and it was 67 women and 13 men with no history of diet resistance. So they did much better at sort of sticking to it. The study goes on to talk about what a massive difference there was in reporting. Both groups were off, but group 1 reported during the 14-day study, they underreported their energy group mean by 1,053 calories per day. So that means that what they reported, they were like, I only took in X amount of calories. They were off by 1,000 calories. Group 1 also reported that the energy that they expended, they overestimated by anywhere from 251 to 286 calories. And it goes on to talk about how Group 2 was ultimately off as well, not nearly as much as Group 1. The point is that anybody can overestimate what the energy expenditure is going to do, and they can underestimate how many calories they're taking in. And I'll leave you with this. Yes, you can burn the calories off. It's possible. But what is easier? Sitting on the couch consuming calories, or getting out in the street and exercising? I think it's very, very clear which one is easier to do. Battle Master Mac, I appreciate you sliding by. Hey Matt, like your videos, would you consider doing shorts like this, but providing more info on it? I believe he was talking about how this short was cut off a little bit. So if you don't know, and if you're seeing this, this is a YouTube clip from a YouTube show called the Ask Emil Fit Show. There is a video posted every single week on YouTube if you want to go check that out. I've been putting out shorts from this show on all platforms. So yeah, there's a lot more coming, and I will be diving into some more details. Next question. Matthew, my guy, I love the name. I love you already. Matthew said, what kind of foods would you recommend for meal preps? And I'm going to be flat out honest with you, Matthew. I was a little perturbed at your question because I was like, you know, it's incredibly Googleable. But not everybody has the same perception of what foods you should be eating, what is healthy. I've talked about it many times here that healthy food is such a subjective term. So I'm going to retract the feeling that I had, Matthew, and I'm going to give you this. I literally Googled it, and I got cooked grains and pasta, cooked beans, cooked meat, roasted veggies, whole fruit, nuts, seeds, cheese, all that I agree with. And I'll tell you this, that we do a live meal prep every other Sunday. You can come to this YouTube channel, and I'm showing you how I cook my own food in my own kitchen. So you should slide by and do that. If you don't like that, I also have a playlist that you should check out, and I'll link it here. It's a bunch of edited videos of me walking step by step how you actually meal prep, and of course I show you what food I'm using. But if you break it down with these 3 concepts in mind, get a protein source, get a carb source, and get a vegetable. All right? What's major about that is you need to actually like the food that you're about to cook and eat. You do not need to do brown rice and chicken if you hate it, okay? If you hate it, you're not gonna stick to it, so I can't say it enough. Eat the food you enjoy. Last question. All right. On a video that I did, I got a comment from Brian Conlow, and I appreciate the question. Do you think Chris Hemsworth is juiced? I think so, and would love to hear your take. I'm gonna be flat out honest with you. I have avoided this question for so long because I think that the question of that person is on gear or they're juiced up doing steroids, it takes away from the hard work they've been doing. Now, there's no way that I can possibly know if Chris Hemsworth or anybody else in Hollywood is on steroids. That man has a massive, massive responsibility to be in a certain shape for a movie because nobody gives a damn about the average looking superhero. You want to see, we the consumers, we want to see a gigantic superhero, shredded, ripped the hell up with muscle to the gills. I saw him in the last movie, and I'll be flat out honest with you, I didn't watch the movie, but just the commercial, just the trailer alone, I was like, God dang, that looks like that's the biggest he's ever been. I can't know for sure. And if he has a dietitian, a physician, a trainer, if you have millions of dollars on the line, why the hell wouldn't you? Do you think Chris Hemsworth is juiced? All I can say is yes. But if you're an average Joe, I would highly suggest that you not do it and just look for fitness plans based on behavior change and science from this guy here, because you don't need the juice to actually look good. You don't, okay? You can do it without that. I appreciate you. Means a whole hell of a lot to the Mental Fit Mafia, to the patrons. It's scrolling down here. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next video. You don't have to be perfect at this fitness thing. Just be better than yesterday. Every damn day.